Acropolis is a sound, is a time, is a space that we're in.
If you love music, you're gonna rock with Acropolis. More than just the music, is the culture is coming with, and the style, the fashion, and the whole vibe.
I feel like art is something that you can get in business, in entrepreneurship, in music, and even in the bank. Like people change their workplaces, and when they break rules, they change the rules.
We're just trying to create something different, all based on where we came from, or based on, the training we got from ACROPOLIS.
It's great. Like this, like the greatest project coming out right now. It's global. It's music for the world. I don't want to skew it just to Ghana, but it's for the whole world.
Acropolis is basically the solution.
P is a genius. P be some awesome guy, in the words of the castle. The guy produced the whole EP. You understand? And the beats, everything came from him. The ideas, some they fly from him, some they fly from me. But P, he's a tank, he's an engine.
Yeah, all day, nigga, this shit, I do it all day. Back in high school, had a backpack strapped to my back with a
That
band.
guy, if you say he gave him, where he go challenge in senior, say he won't freestyle with him, he won't battle him. I mean, you did at this school from one boy. We can't put you yet. You did go challenge some guy. But basically, I think that's the same person that I'm meeting today, and that's the same person who's on the project. It get at them. It come. I don't know where it comes from, but it comes from some place where they put them to you, like, yo, this is me, and same energy from a disco is what you're gonna get. And Charlie is a dope ass rapper.
P is part of the reason why I'm still doing this. Period. And he's a musical genius. Ghana more killers, but you just don't know it. Like you get some different guy, like you get some different vibe. But then hey, those who realize. Those who don't, I hope they do. Period.
Acropolis. It's started for the basics. It's a project with two artists mainly coming together to bring a fusion to the world, more than just music, but mainly music, where people are gonna have a feel of something new coming through the influence and cultures all over the globe into one particular project.
Acropolis is a sound, is a time, is a space that we're in. Is an energy, is a vibe. It's how you feel in your mind.
First of all, Acropolis be at the Sado College where when I headmaster they stay. Like that's his residence. Secondly, P and I went to the Sado College, we're in the same dormitory. Acropolis is just a tape between me and P where, we're just trying to create something different, all based on where we came from, or based on, the training we got from ACROPOLIS. And that's what we share, that's where we have a common ground. So I think it's only right that we name the tape Acropolis.
If you love music, you're gonna rock with Acropolis. More than just the music, is the culture is coming with, and the style, the fashion, and the whole vibe.
It's like a drug. Acropolis is basically the solution.
being creative, so you gotta put something out, not just for you, but for the world to enjoy and make use of as well. And it's music. Music is something you listen to make you happy. Depending on your mood, it helps your mood in what you're doing or what you're feeling.
I felt like, you know, Ghana music had like a void. When I say a void, and it means like there's no sense of direction. There was no exact space or place we're heading towards in terms of in hip hop, because hip hop has like a different history in Ghana, where it started from guys with like hardcore American accents to Pigeon and Tree with the hip life as well, and then now it's moved on to another space. But the space we're going into and the space we're heading towards, I feel like it's just a copy of what is already out there in the world, and we're in a space and time where we need to invent our own things. This is the only time in the history of the world that we don't need someone to put our history down in books. It's already online. It's already in like cloud-based systems. And if we're not able to rewrite or write properly our history and not like create original ideas or put out original work, it will be detrimental to us. This is what the need is for Acropolis, because Acropolis is that type of new sound where, you know, in the time we are in, everything is like almost like a fusion. So this is a fusion of a couple of genres, but at the same time, it comes from within us.
Me and Yao P, we came to an agreement, or we actually understood that the game right now in Ghana, the music game, needs a bit of, I wouldn't say a change, but it needs something different, because we're all used to one particular sound, you know, and we just felt like we should spice it up, you know, bring something organic.
Because even the lines that we have inside, the references we make, we try as much as possible to make it relevant to our time, because it really is what we're doing now. It really is the way we are living now. And it really is what we're trying to put out. That's why there's a need for it.
Like this thing right here, Blue Skies, right? What's the need for it? It's to satisfy people. Thirst, hunger, nutrition. That's exactly why Acropolis is being brought out. That's the need for it. It's satisfying people's thirst and making people happy and making them feel good. That's what it is.
The thought process, it was nice. It was challenging, because I actually did things on the tape, or we both did certain things on the tape that we're not really used to. You understand? Me, I did a couple things that I was surprised I could do. He made me realize some, you know, certain potentials or certain things I had that I never knew. So, you know, the thought process, it was really, you know, it was thought-provoking, you know, like unorthodox. I mean, the place we did record said we unorthodox, I mean, so it was an interesting, you know, train of thought, if you allow me to put it that way.
When you have a whole lot of creative people in one particular room, there's a whole lot of ideas that spin out of that, and it's crazy. Like, yo, writing, construction, production, putting things up. We made a whole lot of changes, and it's more of what we enjoy, because you have to feel good about yourself before you can put something out for other people to enjoy about.
The thought that we put into the creative process has to do mainly with the void that I'm trying to fill, because we don't have our unique sound. There's a sound from hip life, there's a sound from hip hop, but you can't really say that, Charlie, this sound from Ghana. There's nothing that tells you that. And that's the thought process that went into creating beats for the Acropolis, because if you tell me, like right now, we all know this type of Azonto beat is from Accra, it's from Ghana, but there's really nothing else in terms of contemporary arts. There's really nothing else. So when I'm making music, when I'm making the beats, that's the thought process that goes into it.
Out of the music, let's say this tie, if I make it or I design it and I don't feel it looks right, it's difficult for you to put it out. So there's a whole lot of deliberation going on in making this project before it comes out, because I say that, he says that, he says that, and me being more of like a creative director or an executive producer, like overseeing the whole project and putting things together and bringing it alive. It takes a whole lot of deliberation.
It's also the same thing for the lyrics. We are looking at our time. We are young guys in this particular time. We've had the internet for like, let's say like 20 years now, and it's evolved. Things are evolving. Things that go online are changing. Things that they change at a rapid pace as well. So all these things, we consider them and put them into the music. It's a vibe. It's not really a thought. It's really a vibe that we're putting in.
Making it has been a thrill. I've loved it, and I would love more of that. Like, this is the best project I've been a part of, really, and it's dope, man. It's insane.
People that push their envelope. Anyone literally that pushes an envelope. I feel like art is something that you can get in business, in entrepreneurship, in music, and even in the bank. Like people change their workplaces, and when they break rules, they change the rules, and they shed light. They become pioneers and shed light on certain things that people never really paid attention to. People who usually break rules are people who have fused things together. They pick an idea from here, pick an idea from there, and bring it together. I look out for those kind of people in my daily life, and then their actions are what inspires me. It's not necessarily the people per se.
The Pata camp influences me. I mean, I grew up with them, all the vibes I catch from them, I did everything is Pata because of them.
Me say Pata Pata, Chale I wanna be free. Me say Pata Pata, now I drink now you free. Now me say Pata Pata, hot guy wanna see the baby.
70% of my drive to write is for them. It's because of them. The smell of the dust in my hood even inspires me because, Charlie, the hood taught me all I know. Where I come from, where I live, the experiences. Yeah, some came from Adisado, some came from here, but Charlie, it's always going to be the Pata, and people know that.
Yo, B, Momo, Tempo, LP, shout out to the Pata Club. This is Guy Beats, ACROPOLIS is out soon. All this is Ghanaian produced.
ACROPOLIS is for the world. It's for everybody in the world. Like, we have no barriers, it's for everybody, man. Like, all here is for the human race. Good. Just not to create any differences, man. It's for the human race.
Not a lot of people do what we have done on this tape. So probably there'll be people out there who are looking for something like what we have done. So this is for them. This is for people who feel like they're missing something.
The project is for me as much as it is for you, and everyone would enjoy it. Everyone from like who listens to music from like 6 to like 54, you'd love it.
I don't want to call it rap music. I don't want to call it hip hop. I don't want to call it reggae. I don't want to call it hip life. I don't want to call it high life. Whatever genre of music it is, name it. I don't want to call it that. It's dominated by rap, so the best way I can classify it is rap music, but it's got a lot of genres in there: soul, jazz, hip life, high life, rock, like pop, electronic music. It's got it all in there. So far as you're into music or you love music, even if you don't like music, listen to it.
It's for people who really have, a rich taste in music, who like to go the extra mile to listen to something different. Sometimes you just need to take a detour. You need to, take a pit stop, just for a second, chill in the corner just for a second. Listen to this one, and you can go back to what you usually listen to.
We even had someone's granny on stage at Yo-Yo Things at Charlie would say, man, like it really is for everyone.
The best way to enjoy this thing is listen through the project. It's not too long, like just listen from number 1 to the last track. Like, you're gonna love it. It's for everybody, every single living organism, specifically human race.